And we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 192. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, the all-around great guy. Let's not forget that. That's my son, Matt.
It's actually in my contract. You can't forget that.
No.
Or I stop showing up.
It's written in the script now.
Yeah.
I must
Can't
read
forget
it.
it. Yeah. If you do,
Bold.
there's legal problems.
Yep, it's big and bold. Yeah. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, we have some Feel Good Friday stories, bring you the good news. Foodie Friday today, as he finally tries something he's never had before. Could be interesting. Are you late a lot? Well, that might not be such a bad thing. And I mentioned this yesterday. Is rooting for a losing team dangerous to your health? We'll give you the details a little bit later.
I see you sported your Dolphins hoodie just for this.
It did work out that way. Yeah, it did work out. It was one of those things where I wanted to wear the orange T-shirt. And then I thought, well, what's going to go with... Oh, well, the Dolphins stuff.
Anything Dolphins.
Always goes,
Yeah.
Had a great day yesterday with Abby and the kids, Logan and Audrey here too, and she surprised the heck out of us. If you missed it yesterday, it's, about halfway into the show, I think.
It's in the Stumpah.
Yeah. During the Stumpah, Abby, who was playing the Stumpah and who had told us in the chat that it snowed up here last night, in Vermont, meaning 2 nights ago. And it did snow, and she knows that because she was driving through it to come to Massachusetts. So she and the kids stayed at a hotel, and they were actually outside the house texting their answers for the Stumpah, or she was, waiting for Trish to come home because she gets stuck in traffic.
And then we locked this house down. Ain't nobody getting inside.
That's right.
No.
So the studio door opened about 8:30, and we thought it was Trish. In fact, you said, and here comes Trish.
Yeah, I mean, it was right on cue. This is when Trish was supposed to show up.
And then, I don't know if I explained this, but as I looked, it was not Trish's head that came around the door. It was Abby's. And she shouldn't be here, you know, or we didn't know she'd be here. So, I mean, the first thing I'm expecting Trish, I don't see Trish, so I'm thinking, well, it must be Kat because she's the only other one. And I'm like, that's not Kat.
So 45 minutes later, he's like, Abby, that's Abby.
That's who it is now. Yeah.
No, I knew something was up because Trish, we're a family of routines in this house.
We are.
Trish, every time she comes home, comes in like right behind the cameras and to greet Charlie.
Right.
But like the door opened and nobody came inside.
Came in.
It's like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then Abby's head popped in. I was like, huh?
We had a good time yesterday. Of course, I had a couple of things I had to tend to and go to, but at one point we did go for ice cream, and we went down to Oxford Creamery. It was opening day for me, first day down there.
It was not ice cream weather.
No, and I was surprised that Trish let us eat it in the truck.
Wow, she did.
Yeah, because I was like, well, we're going to sit on a picnic table and it's breezy and
cold. I know. It was cloudy. It was, I don't even know, like 40 degrees. Not a nice day.
I had my Moose Tracks.
Oh.
Moose Tracks. There was a chunk of chocolate that was like that big in the Moose Tracks.
That's a little too much.
Yeah.
Oh, you prefer that?
Well, I stood up for the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The other thing is they were staying at a hotel with an indoor pool, so of course they had to have pool time.
Oh
so,
yeah. Well, thank goodness it was indoor.
Yeah.
Because not a nice day.
They went over there yesterday afternoon. They stayed here too late to have a nighttime swim, I think. Mm-hmm. So they're going to try this morning before they head out. So.
Nice.
All right. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday, April 29th. It's National Shrimp Scampi Day today. I can't say it, but I love to eat it. Shrimp Scampi. Love that. National Zipper Day. It commemorates April 29th, 1913, when the patent for the modern zipper was used, which makes me wonder what the older zippers were like. I don't know.
Probably more painful.
I would think so, yeah. National Arbor Day. It encourages us to celebrate and plant trees.
Everyone go hug a tree today. Say thank you. A little kiss on the bark.
Good thing to kiss on the bark.
Yeah.
It's National Hairball Awareness Day, which I think if you have a cat, you're probably pretty much aware whenever he or she has a hairball. It's National Poem in Your Pocket Day. You're supposed to share the way poetry brings joy by simply carrying one in your pocket. So when you share the poem, you bring joy to others.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. What if it's a really long poem?
I know. Put a book in your pocket?
I guess. It'd be tough.
Today's also, I found out this morning, it's World Wish Day. It's a good day to make a wish. It is International Dance Day, a good day to dance like no one's watching. And it is also Viral Video Day. What's the dumbest thing you've seen someone do in an effort to go viral? Maybe that's something to think about today. Or maybe create your own viral video, but I shudder to think what you might do.
Just pick the most random, slightly odd thing that'll make people go,
Huh? Let me watch that again?
Yeah.
On the Datebook today was on this day in 1945 that the U.S. Army liberated over 31,000 people from the Dachau Nazi concentration camp in Germany. On this day in 1967, Aretha Franklin released her single, Respect.
Sing it. He was waiting.
I was waiting
Sorry,
for
I was
it.
reading chats. Let's hear it, Pete.
What you want? Baby, I got it. You have to go.
I mean, at first I was like, wow, you chose a really high place to start.
Well, it wouldn't be the same if I went, what you want, baby, I got it. What you need, no doubt about it.
It's not bad.
Little R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
A little less cringy, a little easier to dance to.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That is what it means to me.
Can't wait for this to be over.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. C-T. Okay.
We know how to spell, everybody, because of that song. So,
that's right.
Yes.
Nobody,
shout out.
Nobody can get that word wrong in a spelling bee because of Aretha.
That's true. I don't know if that would come up in a spelling bee, though. I feel like they choose harder words than that.
I also read that I didn't know, or if I did, I forgot. Otis Redding wrote that song.
Oh,
that's cool. On this day in 1975, the U.S. begins to evacuate its citizens from Saigon in Operation Frequent Wind. This was in response to advancing North Vietnamese forces, bringing an end to the U.S. involvement in that war. On this day in 1986, Roger Clemens of the Red Sox struck out 20 Seattle Mariners. I remember seeing that game as he just mowed them down. On this day in 1992, the jury acquits Los Angeles Police Department officers on charges of excessive force in the Rodney King beating. That decision sparked massive riots in the city that night. And on this day in 1995, the longest sausage, now I know you don't like sausages, but I mean, you got to respect this. The longest sausage ever is made in Kitchener, Ontario. It was 28.7 miles long.
Huh? How? Well, is it the one? It's probably the one that like the links of sausage. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably just kept linking it up.
But makes me wonder what do you do with that?
I really hope they stretched it out in a straight line because I know
that'd be cool.
It'd be
along
cool.
a highway or something,
just to see. Yeah.
But then, what do you do with it once you've done it? I mean,
chop it up and have a party.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Celebrity birthdays. Willie Nelson is 89 years old and well preserved, I guess, huh? Jerry Seinfeld is 68. Kate Mulgrew is 67. Eve Plum, she was Jan on the Brady Bunch. She is 64. Michelle Pfeiffer is also 64. Tennis great Andre Agassi is 52. And football's Jay Cutler is 39. All right, what do we have in the chats this morning?
Let's see. Everybody's here.
Happy Friday.
Hello, everyone. Let's see. Dana says, Abby, that was awesome. Trish told me at work. ... Yeah, we didn't know about it. We didn't know. Like I said, Abby texted me. She was like, is Trish working today? I was like, yeah. She was like, is she working tomorrow? I was like, no. She's like, okay, I'll call her then. I was like, okay, must be something important. But,
and I don't know if I mentioned this on the show, but when I was checking with Trish to see, how her drive home was going, how the night was, I said to her, I said, so what time do you think you'll be home? And she said, oh, I'll be there before your show starts. Which never happens on a Thursday.
No.
Never happens on a Thursday. So I should have known something was up.
Right.
Yeah.
Diane says, my folks were there yesterday too. Nice.
Super.
Diane says, thank God it's Friday. This weekend is needed for this fat guy. Giggle. Let's see what else. He said, and whoever was the first one to distill alcohol, I would like to give a big kiss to, because there is going to be, now, how do you pronounce this? Imbibing?
Imbibing. There is going to be imbibing this weekend? I see, yes.
Abby says, I don't know about Charlie, but these kids passed right out last night. Yeah, Charlie did the same.
And so did
Peter.
Uncle Pete.
Yeah. Yeah. Busy day for Pete.
It was. And I made a double batch of my mac and cheese last night.
Lots of leftovers.
Yeah.
Mia says, I think Pete and Matt should make a video dancing like there's no one watching, and we can try to make it go viral. Nah.
I'm game, but he won't.
Nah. I don't really. The little jig that you guys get while Pete's singing is like most. That's pretty much the most I do.
That's
dancing
about it.
Wise. Yeah. And that's only for this show. I
So
probably won't do that anywhere else.
We're never going to see a Hunter Braley video where you
a dance video,
do a little dance.
No, probably not.
Some guys dance while they sing, or they dance in their videos.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't. It's not necessary. It's not a necessary requirement on the job.
Not gonna happen.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I'm the good old two-step. You know, I don't do anything crazy. Just a good old two-step back and forth.
All right.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
In the news this morning, congratulations to the edge rusher Trayvon Walker. He was the top pick in last night's NFL draft, or round one, because it continues for, 3 more days. He was selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think Joe said that was a possibility. He could go first. Mm-hmm. So, you usually hear about a quarterback, right, or a running back going first, but this was an edge rusher. So, was that like... Joe said they don't go by defensive end anymore.
Yeah, it could be a defensive end or it could be an outside linebacker.
James Taylor knows that the clock is ticking, but he says he has no plans to hang it up. He's 74 now, and he tells the Toronto Sun, I guess once you sort of start reaching these lofty figures, you start thinking about it. How long can this go on? But it's my main thing. The center of my life is touring and playing for my audience. I still love doing it, and the band is in great shape. I've never had any realistic thoughts about retiring. He points to Ray Charles and Tony Bennett as inspiration. He says people who continued to make music, in Tony's case, through his 80s and into his 90s. Same thing with Ray Charles. It's the most consistent thing, along with family, in my life, and I'm not really quite ready to let it go yet.
Let's hear a James Taylor song.
You want a James Taylor?
Yeah.
Let's see. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end.
Okay.
I've seen...
Little pitchy, but...
Am I already?
A little bit.
Wow.
I don't think that was right in your sweet spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is one about California, no? California. No?
Carolina.
Carolina.
In my mind, I'm going to Carolina.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to sing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a jam.
Yeah, I do love that song. His greatest hits album is just, I could listen to it all day. Yeah. The first driverless buses in the UK have been rolling along the roads of Scotland for live road testing. The plan is for a 2-week-long test of 5 single-decker buses, they're not the double-deckers, with no drivers. If everything goes according to plan, they might be able to get these buses going with passengers sometime this summer. Would you get on a bus with no driver? I'd be scared.
Oddly, yeah, I feel like I'd be fine with it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be different once I'm on the bus, but like right now, I'm like, sure.
I guess it's the future, right?
I mean, when you're driving with a driver, you got a human error in there.
True.
You know?
True. All kind of things can go wrong and do go wrong.
As long as they got safety, so like if somebody hacks it or something, it just comes to, it slows down. Just
60 Minutes did a piece, and I was binge watching, so I don't know what week it was from. But sometime in the past month, they did a piece about pilotless helicopters that are going to be like air taxis, taking people like a good way to get to the airport would be to go to one of these little launching places, get in a little helicopter, and it'll take you to the airport, so no more traffic.
That one concerns me a little bit more than a bus. Mainly because helicopters, even when piloted by a person, just feel a little sketchy to me.
Well, that's also what one of the designers was saying. He says, 9 times out of 10, it's pilot error that makes a mistake. So they're taking the pilot out of the equation.
Also, last thing here, I would just like to point out, anytime you're like, I'm not old, I'm just going to remind you that you began that little tangent with, I was binge watching 60 Minutes. So I'm just going to play that clip for you.
It's not something young people do. Huh?
No.
And finally, James Corden announced that he's leaving the Late Late Show next summer. He's extended his contract for 1 year, and then he'll step down after 8 years as host. 8 years. Corden tells Deadline, it's a really hard decision to leave because I'm so immensely proud of the show. I'm thrilled to be extending for a year. I always thought I would do it for 5 years and then leave. And then I stayed on. I've really been thinking about it for a long time, thinking whether there might be one more adventure.
Yeah, I was going to say, he seems like I don't know. He's a man of many talents.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, he is.
He's probably moving on to other things.
Yeah, creative minds. It's like once you establish it and you make a success, like what else can I do?
Yeah.
But I read the numbers for his YouTube channel.
Well, the stuff he does is like crazy.
Yep.
Like when Jimmy Fallon started doing stuff like that, it was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the games and stuff. But like James Corden was like, just wait.
Carpool karaoke.
Yeah. The production that goes into it too. The sidewalk musicals.
Yeah.
The crosswalk musicals.
Musical. Yeah.
Crazy.
And his YouTube channel, I mean, some of his videos have hundreds of millions of views.
Yep.
So, and crazy.
Crazy.
All right. It is time for us to get to the Stumpah. All right. And this is leftover from yesterday. And of course, the question is, will it last? Will it stretch out over the weekend?
I hope so.
We shall see. All right. Our Stumpah this morning, 7% of us say we never do this. What is this? And our hint is most would consider this pretty gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 7% of us say we never do this. What is this? And most of us would consider this to be pretty gross. So let us know your answer in the chats.
Now, I am a little concerned because viewers aren't typically in this house. So I just leave my outlines right here.
Oh.
So there was a couple times, I'm not sure if Abby's going to try and catch a glance at the outline. So we got to make sure there's no cheating.
We did have a couple of times yesterday when
she was like, if you guys need to discuss the Stumpah or anything, go right ahead. I was like, well, first off, that's not how this works.
No.
We discuss most things over text message.
Yes.
So, because we're not usually in the same room and we're both lazy.
And we did say, Abby, if you happen to find out, you can't play. You can't play.
So, if anything, you don't want to find out.
Yes. All right, while we wait for some answers, we have a quick, fascinating fact for you this morning. And our fact is, a typical cough is 60 miles an hour. Imagine that. A sneeze is often faster than 100 miles an hour.
That's what I'm talking about.
What do they have, a radar gun, like a baseball gun that can... how do you time that?
You put a matchbox scar in your nose.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought that was obvious.
Should have been.
Yeah.
Should have been obvious to me, but it was not.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some Stumpah guesses here. 7% of us say we never do this. What is this? And most would consider this pretty gross.
Mia says not washing your hands after using the bathroom.
No, that's not it.
That is disgusting.
Oh,
everybody
God.
wash your hands.
You see that a lot on road trips. It's like, and every now and then there'll be a little boy in the men's room who'll say, "Daddy," nice and loud.
Yeah.
Daddy, he didn't wash his hands.
All the power to that kid. I like it. Mia says peeing in the shower.
No, that's not it.
Not it. Justin says wash our hair.
No.
I mean, we talked about it last week. What?
Why would that be gross?
Not washing your hair?
Oh, washing your hair.
Never washing your hair.
I thought he said wash your hair.
Yeah, but 7% of us say we never do this.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wash our hair.
Okay.
I don't know if I talked about this on here. There's like a movement on TikTok where people don't wash their hair.
Really?
Yeah, and they say that's like the way you're supposed to do it. They say like 14 days it's really greasy and gross, but after that, like it's fine. I don't know. I mean, can we talk to some doctors about this, please?
Really? I don't think that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Abby says sleep in jeans.
No, that's not it.
If you sleep in jeans on purpose, listen, we all fall asleep sometimes.
It's happened.
But if you fall asleep in jeans on purpose, we need to talk. Mm-hmm. I'm concerned for you.
I would think so.
Gail says clean out the drains.
No, that's not. Ooh, that's gross.
Abby says reuse underwear.
Reuse underwear.
Nope.
No, that's not it.
Not it. Abby says reuse socks.
No, that's not it.
Nope. Abby said I didn't peek. How do we know? Diane says talk with their mouth full.
No, that's not it. No.
Justin says reuse dishes.
No.
Yeah, no, that's pretty gross. I don't think. The only thing is, like, if I have a cup of coffee and then I, like, drink it, save that cup.
Right.
A couple hours later, I might make another cup of coffee.
Right. I'll try to
cup.
use the same cup all day.
That's pretty much where I draw the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not much else I'll do with a.
Hey, where's that plate I used at lunch? I'll use it for supper.
No. Yale says, be kind to Abby. Abby surprised us. So she's, if she didn't want this, she shouldn't have surprised us. You know what I'm saying? Abby says, skip showers.
Skip shower. No, that's not it. No.
Not it. Justin says, wash clothes.
No.
Nope. Dana says, wash your hands after the bathroom. Nope.
No.
Abby says, cover our sneezes.
No, that's not it.
There's probably a lot more people that don't cover their sneeze.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it drives me insane.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Justin's going as gross as possible. He says, eat their boogers.
No, that's not it. No.
Justin says, eat expired food.
No.
Is this because I said the mustard story? Justin says, not clean the house for months.
No, that's not it.
Gross. Let's see. Abby says, not clean the fridge out.
No, that's not it.
Abby says, peeing in the pool.
No.
What happened in that pool yesterday? Dana says, brush teeth.
Brush teeth. No, that's not it. No.
Oh my God, we're getting even grosser. Diane says, picking scabs and eating them.
Oh, love
my God, do people do that?
I didn't know people did that, but no. Lots of no's.
Don't do that ever. Gross. Abby says, eat fast food every day.
No.
Abby says, Matt, you need to talk to Logan about the jeans. Logan.
Oh, Logan.
Don't sleep in jeans,
He
man.
sleeps in his jeans. No, don't do that.
Diane says, use your spouse's toothbrush.
No, that's not it.
Gross. Listen, we get it. You guys are kissing.
You're
but
kissing, you're swapping
no,
germs.
it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Gross. Could not be more gross. Dana says, wear the same outfit from the day before.
No, that's not it.
We've all been there where we've had to do that once or twice, right?
Probably.
Probably, but don't do it. Gail says, drop food, pick it up, and eat it.
Uh,
That's not that gross.
The 5-second rule? No, that's not it.
Depending on where you dropped it, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody actually came out and said the 5-second rule is not true. If it hit, obviously, if it hits the ground, it's going to pick up something.
But here's the thing. If it drops into a pile of dirt or drops into a pile of mud, don't eat it.
No.
But if it drops on a floor in the Braley household, I know that I could leave it there for probably 20 minutes and still eat it. This is a clean house.
Trish runs a clean house.
I know how Trish is with things. This is a clean house.
Clean house.
I trust these floors. Sometimes I put my steak on the floor and just, because I trust. It's an act of trust.
Right, exactly.
No, I never do that. That would be gross. But anyways, my tangent made me lost.
7% of us say we never do this. What is this? And most would consider this pretty gross.
Wash our bedding.
Wash our bedding? No, that's not it.
Please wash it. That's disgusting if you don't, people. Justin says, not pick up garbage out of the car.
No, that's not it. Yeah.
I can't stand a dirty car.
Oh.
Dana says, change bed sheets.
No.
Nope. Gloria says, walking barefoot in and outdoors.
No, that's not it.
Sometimes you got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make sure you got clean feet before you get into bed. That's the important part right there.
Okay.
Abby says, have bugs as pets. Huh?
No.
No, people do that. Justin says, not cutting nails.
No, that's not it. No.
When I learned that some people don't cut their nails and they bite their nails,
Yes.
that was the weirdest. I was like, so you just bite it and that's how you cut your nails? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
That's how you keep them
I've
short.
always had to cut my nails.
Yeah.
Abby says, chewing off your toenails.
No.
No. Stop it, people.
We are grossing him out today.
Justin says, not washing pets.
No, that's not it. No.
Give your pet a bath every once in a while. Abby says, chewing your fingernails.
No.
What, do you think? I just gave you the answer or something? No, I wouldn't do that. Justin says, not changing sink sponge.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, you got to do that every now and then.
That's one of the dirtiest places in your house is the sink sponge.
Gross. Diane says, it could get grosser, Matt, but this is a daytime show. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's keep it PG for the kids here.
Yep.
Abby says, Logan's guest swimming in condiments. Huh? No. How would that even happen?
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the money it would cost. Is that growing up? You start thinking about how much money it costs?
Yes, I think it is. Yes.
Abby says, not changing bedding regularly. No,
that's not it.
Justin says, brush teeth and drink OJ.
No.
Hey, by the way, no more answers. Everybody stop. This is way too much. Abby says, drink from the coffee pot in this hotel room. Yes. They have a moldy coffee pot.
Is that what I kind of missed that story last
She sent
night.
me a picture. I'll show you after. It's gross. But yes, she needs to get a discount on that room. 100%. That is disgusting.
I would think.
All right, Justin says, not cleaning ears.
No, that's not it.
Not wearing deodorant.
No.
Not changing coffee filter.
No.
Abby says, not cleaning the bathroom.
No.
Mia says, if I'm interpreting this right, most people think this is gross, but 93% still admit doing it.
Yeah. Right?
No.
Oh, I see what you mean.
No. So 7% of us say we never do. So 7% of people never do this.
Yep.
And as a whole, like the 93% would consider this gross because they do this.
Yes. Right.
So I'll say that again. 7% of us never do it. The 93% of us say that it's gross
I follow you.
and do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully that made sense for everybody. Do we have any more answers? No.
No.
That's it. All right.
Okay.
Stumped.
That's it. Stumped for the weekend.
Nice. I like it.
Come back on Monday with another clue for you.
Yes.
All right. That's it. We can't say any more, right?
No.
No. So one of the stories I mentioned at the start was, are you always late for everything? Are you chronically late? Well, congratulations, because you are going to live longer and be more successful than all of those on-time people. What? A study found that people who are chronically late have more optimistic personality traits. And according to research out of Harvard, that optimistic outlook has a major impact on your overall health and life expectancy. Not only that, but most people who are always late tend to be late because they have unrealistic expectations about what they can get done in their limited amount of time. Which I think is true. You're trying to do things, you think you can get more done.
Yes. So I
Then you
think
really
you
can.
strive for more, I believe is what they're saying.
That means that they are passionate about the activity they're doing. Passion breeds success, and the study found that being late can lead to more success than being punctual. Wow.
Okay. I agree in the case of like someone that's punctual will probably be like, okay, no, I can't do that right now. I need to wait so I can leave at the right time.
Right.
So they'll hold back from doing things. But there are many successful people that are on time for things.
Oh.
Yeah. Like Bobby Bones is one that comes to mind.
Oh, yes.
He's like an hour early for everything, and he's super successful. So
And he also he has a radio team, and if any member of the team is late for work, I know at one time he would send them home.
yeah, I think he still does. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sends them home.
So and they're doing a morning radio show that I believe starts at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
for them. You know, 5 a.m. Central Time it starts. And so you're talking about having to wake up at like 2:30 or 3 to get to the studio, depending on where you live. So I had plenty of mornings where I only had 2 or 3 where I was late for the show, but I had plenty of mornings when I came skidding in last minute.
You wouldn't have made it on the Bobby Bones
Bobby
show.
would have sent me home.
Yep.
Yep. Time for a couple of Feel Good Friday stories. I love this feature. It's where we focus on the good news. People always say, why don't we hear the good news? Unfortunately, it's because the bad news sells.
Gets clicks.
Yep. But today we focus on the good news. An employee at a Longhorn Steakhouse in Columbus, Georgia, was recently honored for grilling her 1,000,000th steak. Gail Dudley was surprised by executives of the restaurant chain who presented her, get this, they presented her with a check for $5,000, a gold chef coat, and gave her the title of Grillmaster Legend. Now, the honor confirms 2 things. First, that Dudley has been a cook at the restaurant for a long time. She's been there for 20 years. And somebody actually kept a count of how many steaks she's grilled over those 20 years.
Did they though? How do you count that? Come on. You tell me, what did they pay somebody to follow her around? What's the order? Chicken? Okay, I'll hold on. Steak? Check. Okay, here we go. And he just like sits down for the next 3 hours. Wait, another steak? Check. Like, no, that's not it.
Well, obviously they can track inventory, but how do they know if she's the one that's grilling it?
I know,
Unless she's the only.
Unless at the end of the day they calculate how many steaks were sold during her shift.
Maybe.
Is the only thing I
Yeah.
can think of. But
Yeah.
even then, I feel like that's, I'm proud of you, Gail, whatever your name was.
Gail Dudley.
I'm proud of you, Gail Dudley.
Yeah.
But every day somebody did that for you? I don't know.
For 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
John McClendon is a car hop at a Sonic restaurant in Athens, Texas. I love me a good Sonic. I don't know where the nearest one is, but that's where
Seaconk?
Is it Seaconk?
Swansea? One of those.
Okay. Recently, John's work ethic and his positive attitude was captured on video by a customer and then posted to social media, which is a good use for social media. A resident of Athens by the name of Cassie Woods saw the post and decided to do something good for him. So she started a campaign asking people to reward John's hard work with a huge tip. Cassie ended up raising over $300 and surprised John in the drive-thru. John was very deserving of the special tip. As Cassie explains, he shows up, he smiles, he's joyful, he's pleasant, he's kind, he's just a great guy. John was shocked to receive such a generous tip, but it's not going to change who he is or what he does. He says, I love working here. The team is amazing. The customers, too, they're really friendly, because you'll go on to other places, and it's like people here in Athens are just really nice.
If somebody is super nice and goes out of their way to like do really hard work to be really nice to you, do something like that, or at least at the bare minimum, like just tell their boss, like, hey, this person's like really awesome. Just do that. It's always like complaints. Let's reverse it. Let's reverse it here. If somebody's really nice,
let's have
tell their boss that they're really nice.
Let's have an anti-Karen movement.
Yes,
right?
yes. Anti-complaints.
Time for Braley's Bizarre But True. These are bizarre but evidently true stories that we come across during the week. An Illinois family made an unusual discovery inside a wall of their home when they found a 60-year-old order of McDonald's French fries. We talked the other day about someone had put a time capsule like in a wall.
And a letter.
Yep. Rob and Grace Jones of Crystal Lake, Illinois, were remodeling their home, just making some changes. They found a rag inside one of the demolished walls. They unwrapped the cloth, and inside they found a crumbled up bag from McDonald's, which contained 2 empty hamburger wrappers. They ate those. And a half-eaten order of fries, which appeared to be well-preserved and, after 60 years, didn't even smell.
Wow.
The bag and the wrappers, now this goes back, the bag and the wrappers had a printed image of Speedy. Anybody remember Speedy? That was the original mascot for McDonald's before they thought up Ronald McDonald. Ronald was introduced in 1965. The family believes the trash was likely left there by one of the guys that built the house back in 1959, which also happened to be the same year that town's first McDonald's opened up. So the fries are likely 63 years old.
So I'm just saying, if you find that like a week after he puts it in there, wow, that's a lazy worker throwing trash in this wall. But you find it 60 years later, well, this is interesting.
I know.
But also, it leads me to believe that I don't think he was just lazy, because he took the time to put it inside a rag. I feel like if you were just hiding trash, he wouldn't do that.
Good
point.
Was
this his point all along? And did he get hungry? And he was like, all right, I was going to leave the burgers, but I can't. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat the burgers. They were just empty wrappers.
It must have been on purpose.
So I don't know. Very, very, very weird. My last question: did somebody take a bite of a fry? And would you?
I would not.
No, I probably wouldn't.
No. And imagine buying an entire barrel of one of the world's most famous whiskeys and forgetting about it for 34 years. This one's close to my heart here because it's my favorite scotch. In 1988, an unidentified fan of Macallan took advantage of a deal where a cask of the single malt could be purchased for $6,500. The unnamed buyer never picked up the cask at Macallan's distillery until they informed him that it was still sitting around their warehouse. You going to come and get this or what? That owner decided to sell it at auction, and it went for a record price. Now, remember, he bought it for $6,500. He sold it at auction for a record price of $1.2 million, breaking the mark that was held by another Macallan cask that sold for $572,000 in 2020.
Imagine that. See, I wish the story was like, kind of like a lower class guy forgot he had a barrel of whiskey, and now all of a sudden he's a millionaire.
Right.
Unfortunately, if you're buying a cask of whiskey, you probably have some money.
Yeah.
So he's probably just adding on to that fortune. But what a crazy! Imagine that your laziness has now made you a millionaire.
Oh, true. I didn't think of it that way.
That's crazy.
My thing, though, with these expensive scotches, like I drink Macallan 12, and there is a Macallan 18 that sells for $100 and something. I wouldn't be. I'd be afraid to drink that.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think I could spend that much money on something I'm going to consume. I just don't think I could do it.
I know. It's like, and this guy here is spending all that money on this cat. Are you going to drink it?
Yeah,
No.
I wonder what his reason was.
Yeah.
But he made a lot of money.
Yep. And of course, then you always get in that cycle of, well, I'm going to save her for a special occasion.
Yeah.
And then, like, the grandchild is born, and you're like, no,
I don't like this kid enough. Kid's not cute enough, to be honest. I'm waiting for like maybe a Jedi Knight or something to be born. Something a little bit better.
Something important.
The next Harry Potter.
Yeah, then we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for something good.
Time for today's random question. And our random question is, you're in the let me set the scene. You're in the drive-through line at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, wherever you like to go. And the barista tells you that your drink has already been paid for by the people in the car in front of you. So my question is, do you continue to pay it forward for the car behind you? Or do you drive away and enjoy your free coffee? Somebody did something nice for you. If you're like one TikToker, you will say thank you, drive away, and commit to doing another good deed for someone else some other time. That's what one TikToker did. Because they didn't want to, tie up the drive-through with all this.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you do?
I'm waiting to see for some answers first before I give my answer.
Okay.
Dana says yes, pay it forward.
So
like
you would pay for the car behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your answer?
I think I would pay for the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a safe bet.
I don't think I'd drive off and say, because if I drive off and say I'll do it later, I'll never do it.
Well, yeah,
I'll forget.
That's the thing. The person that said I'll do it later, no, they're not. There's not going to be an easier way to do something nice than that scenario right
Because
there. All you got to do is say, yes, I'll pay for the person behind you.
Chances are you already have your money out, right?
Yeah. The only thing that would stink is if you bought a coffee and the person behind you was buying breakfast for 6 people. That would kind of stink,
That would stink, yeah.
Maybe you could be like, what did the person behind them get? Oh, they just got a drink. I'll pay for theirs if that's okay.
And how does that work when you're paying? Because you don't know what the person behind you is going to order, right?
Yeah.
Like you're saying.
Yeah.
So do you just give them enough money to pay for a large coffee?
Justin says, imagine you pay for the entire office's coffee behind you. Exactly. That, and like at that point, you can't say, never mind. Like, okay, I just won't buy groceries this week.
Yeah,
Here you go.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, universe.
The kids don't need sneakers yet. Yeah.
Diane says, I've done that, but I say I'll pay for that order behind me up to $10. That's good.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay.
Abby said Logan said he would do it later, but Abby said yes. She said, sorry, Logan was texting. So Abby would do it, but Logan apparently would not.
Okay.
See, okay, here's my take
what's
on
your
it.
answer?
The universe is sending you a test. That's what's happening here. The universe is sending you a test. If you say no, something not so great is about to happen to you.
Karma's going to catch
Or
up.
at least do what Diane said. Yes, I'll pay up to $10.
Okay.
Because you might not have a lot of money. That's just the truth of it. So if that's
Right.
the case, yeah, even like $5. Like I'll pay. You know what? I'll pay the equivalent of what my coffee was for the person behind me.
Okay.
Something like that.
That makes sense.
But if you say, okay, thank you, I'll donate to charity later. First off, you're not going to, and second off, you better watch your back because the universe is going to get you back. That is a test that somebody is setting you up for. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, pay it forward, 100%.
A little deep there, but I get it. I get it.
Like if the person was just like, no, I don't have the money for that or something, whatever. But no, I'll do it later. That's like when everyone's like, do you want to sign up for a rewards account? No, I'll do it next time. No, you won't. Just tell the truth, man. What?
That's like how many times did we stand outside the grocery store raising money for teams?
Yeah.
And you would hear all the excuses. People would walk by that didn't want to, and it's fine if you don't want to donate, but people would walk by and say, "Get you next time," and it's like, I'm not going to be here next
Or the
time.
people that are like, I'll get you on the way out, and then you find out that they like took like a back exit. Just to,
Which, by the way, I was never a fan of that because I used to feel hounded by people. Anytime you left the store, they were asking you for money.
Yeah.
But then my kids started playing sports, and they started playing on teams that had to fundraise. You either had to fundraise, or the team would say, "Okay, then it's going to cost everybody $600 to play." Mm-hmm. So you start fundraising. But I always felt like if you don't want to give, just say no, thank you.
No, thank you. Or I love the. You're right about the excuses though. People are like, "Sorry, I don't have any money," and it's like you're going into a store. Do you expect to buy stuff in there with your good looks? Because I'm looking at your face, honey, and I don't know.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
It's more common now because people don't have cash.
Yeah, well, that's a fair excuse. I don't mind that one at all because
I heard that a few times.
Yeah,
people walk by and say, "Sorry, I don't have any cash."
Yeah,
it's like, well, okay,
that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, pay it forward. That's the rule here.
That's our verdict. A story I mentioned yesterday. If you think that rooting for an NFL team that keeps losing year after year is bad for your health, you're actually right. And I was thinking about these guys today. They're there. But we might have a good year this year.
We'll see. We'll see if Mac Jones has anything to say about that.
Yeah. Research shows that fans of perennial losers experience more stress and anger, and I didn't think about this, they also consume more calories each Sunday.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Eating our sorrow team sucks, so we eat more.
Yeah, I was also more so thinking that, like, you guys are probably out of the game by, like, the first quarter. So you're like, man, I got time to eat now. I don't need to watch.
They do eat more calories than the fans of teams that win. Bookmakers.com used some scientific health data to rank the NFL teams that are causing the most health problems for their fans. Did you read this yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you to guess who. Who do you think has the most health problems of any football fans?
The Jaguars.
It's actually the Jets are number one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't read the teams, so I can guess. So the Jets are number one?
They found that New York Jets fans should really make sure to see their doctor every year. It's not much better for fans of the Jaguars.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Or the Giants, or the Browns, or we talked about them earlier this week, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. I forgot about the Lions.
However, if you root for the Chiefs, Patriots,
Hey.
Saints, or Packers, you get a clean bill of health.
Hey, that's it. They didn't mention the Dolphins. That's good for you, kind of.
That's good. We're not in the losing bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, though. Partially. Well, I mean, yes, but at the same time, I feel like if your team is really bad, you, like, get used to losing.
I have.
So then, like, anytime, like, anything good happens, like, you get excited for that. As opposed to, like, I think of, like, Bengals fans,
Oh.
Those poor guys have, like, come so close so many times. Like, I think of all the Andy Dalton years when they were so excited. We're like, we made the playoffs, and then they lost the first round. And it's like, I worry about those guys, And especially this year, they were like, we got the team. And then they lose in the Super Bowl, and you're like, aw, Bengals fans.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Been there before, though. You're comfortable with it,
Poor
I guess.
guys. Yeah. But anyways.
But as you said, my team is not...
this year could be different.
Could be.
Hopefully not for the sake of me, but for the sake of you, maybe.
It's true, though, what you're saying about, if you're used to your team losing. It got to a point where the highlight of the Dolphins season was, hey, but we beat the Patriots.
But it got to the point where we had to, like, train you to get excited. Like I remember being in Virginia not this past season, but the season before that.
Right.
The game against the Raiders, I believe it was. And you guys were still in the playoff hunt. It was still a really important game. And it was like getting to the fourth quarter, and you guys came back on like crazy plays. Right, you went to overtime. You won. And like you weren't that excited.
I was sitting there. Well,
and we were like, hey, buddy.
Should we
your
check this
team
pulse?
Just did really well. Like, be happy.
I think you get in a mindset where it's like, they're doing great, but they're going to do something to blow it.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they won this game, but next week they'll blow it.
I think that's called a toxic relationship. I could be wrong. I'm not a professional, but I think maybe you should get out of that, Pete. Yeah.
Oh, shall we move on to Foodie Friday?
No, let's do it.
All right, Foodie Friday time. I have been keeping a list of the things that Matt has never tried, and it's time we start chipping away.
It's time for another Foodie Friday as we realize that Matt has never tried a Twinkie. So it's about time we change that. So first, we got to go get it.
Got it. All right, so I got the Twinkies here. Let's see. What is in a Twinkie? We probably don't want to know.
Sugar. Oh, let's look. Ingredients: sugar, water, enriched flour. Does that say bleach? Bleached wheat flour.
Bleached wheat flour.
Somehow that's healthy. Well, I shouldn't. I don't mean healthy, but edible. Somehow that's edible.
Now, I never claimed it was healthy, so.
Malted barley flour. Okay, we're not going through all that. Well, we've got niacin. I don't know what that is.
That's a vitamin, I think.
Oh, well, smart Peter over here.
Good for you,
Why don't you go ahead and pronounce DNA for us all?
No, I'm not going there. No. So what did I learn? This is, they've been around since 1930, and watching that show I watch on the History Channel, I guess it was the same company that owns Wonder Bread, the Wonder Bread company.
Yes.
Some guy that worked there said, hey, I got an idea. And it was originally, what did we learn? It was originally banana filling, but then they went to a cream filling.
If it was banana filling, we wouldn't be trying this today.
No.
The thing that concerns me, why is it like, okay, warning for anyone that hates this word, why is it moist?
It always has been.
It's a packaged food. I feel like it shouldn't be moist.
It always has been, though. It always has been.
Okay.
And by the way, for those of you that think Twinkies are one of the few things that would survive the zombie apocalypse, that's a myth. People used to think there are so many chemicals in the Twinkie, it'll never go back. That's a myth, okay?
I mean, it's probably going to last a lot longer than it should because of the chemicals. But all right, here we go.
All right, let's open it. Opens up nicely. Yeah, it is moist. Kind of stuck to the cardboard.
Yes, same. Jeez.
Can you get it out?
No, oh, the bottom's falling off. I'm gonna try and get the other one.
Got my little Twinkie with the 3 holes in it, so the frosting can,
Yep.
I don't know, breathe or whatever.
Got it. All right, here we go.
So you've never had a Twinkie?
No.
Wow. All right.
All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Just like I remember.
Yeah, but did we all first bite? Like so loud. I don't get you, man.
I was wondering if you noticed that.
It's good.
Now imagine this with the banana filling. Would not work.
No, thank you.
You ate the whole thing.
What do you think? I'm a child, Pete?
All right. Let's leave that one for off camera.
It's not like a secret whether or not you're gonna eat it or not.
No.
We all know you. You will eat it. A little coffee to go with a Twinkie.
That's a good mix. I wish I had a cup. That would be wise.
But we're filming this in the middle of the day, and Pete can't have coffee after 2 o'clock.
After 2, I'm
But
done.
he'll be up all night.
What are you sniffing?
There's no Twinkie for
That's
you.
my Twinkie. Puppies can't have Twinkies.
All right, let's give it a score.
It's in the rules. Why don't you go first?
Yeah.
Since you always make me change my, well, you don't, it just happens.
But now I feel like mine's going to influence yours, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll go first. It was good. It was really good. I mean, it's a snack. It's a good snack. It's probably not healthy. Don't go eating this all the time.
Okay, but you would have it again?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge sweets guy, so like I said, I'm probably not going to crave it that much.
How are you a son of mine and you're not a sweets guy?
I don't know. There's no proof that I am, is there? I mean, thing number 1, my hair. And then your hair.
My hair.
Not convincing. Anyways, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, I was not confident in that at first. 8 out of 10. I was like, as I was saying it, I was like, is that too high? 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Yeah,
Okay.
8 out of 10.
I'm going to go, I think, 8.5 because I really enjoyed that.
Just
Yeah.
had to up me like that.
Well, you know.
That's what this is going to be now. I used to criticize your scores for not being high enough. So now every time I give a score, just a little bit higher.
That's my show, right?
I guess.
But I wouldn't be.
That's at least how we make it seem.
I wouldn't be here without him. All right. So, Foodie Friday will go 8.5 and an 8.
Yeah.
All right. Gotta love it. If you have an idea for a future Foodie Friday, let us know. It can be just a product that you find in the grocery stores that maybe he's never tried, or it can be a restaurant or a chain restaurant. Let us know. We might feature it in a future Foodie Friday. I had not had a Twinkie in I don't know how many years. That was real. And you're right though. I mean, why is a packaged food so warning? moist.
Yeah, I don't. It's concerning. It's really. I don't get it.
And by the way, the details of the myth, I did look it up. The myth that Twinkies can last forever. You know, when the zombie apocalypse comes, we'll be living on Twinkies. The myth, I guess, was started when a science teacher in Maine kept a Twinkie on top of his chalkboard for 30 years. Although the Twinkie did turn rather brittle, the teacher claimed the Twinkie still appeared to be fresh and edible. Feeding off the rumor that Twinkies are made with all these chemical ingredients, some people claim that Twinkies are not even truly baked. This rumor claims that Twinkies are produced by a chemical action that causes the chemical ingredients to foam when combined and then set.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm a little concerned with how he described it as brittle and then said, yeah, it's still fresh. I don't think those two things go together.
Yeah, that's an oxymoron. Yeah.
Interesting.
The reality is Twinkies do in fact contain real food. They are truly baked, and the official shelf life of a Twinkie officially is 25 days.
You could definitely go longer than 25 days.
After this time, the Twinkie will continue to exist, but it will diminish greatly in taste and texture, so the company says.
Taste and texture, though, not essential. I mean, we all enjoy that, but not essential to whether or not it's edible.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But that comes from the company.
I mean, put it this way. If you're in a zombie apocalypse, I think eating a Twinkie is the least of your concerns, you know? Eat the Twinkie. Who cares?
Yeah,
you
right.
know? You're fighting dead people.
Yeah,
so
you're not
I
really,
think you'll be okay.
A little pudge, you're not really concerned about that.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Diane says, think back, Pete, the ingredients were more natural then. These days, they have a metallic-y taste that I hate. I didn't find it metallic-y, but I also didn't eat the one from the 1600s like you. So I can't compare it to anything.
Not
but
that far back.
But I didn't find it metallic.
I didn't find it metallic either, but you're right. I mean, we do have some. One thing I've learned from watching this show on the History Channel, The Foods That Made America, is that if you go back prior to any of these fast food places, you know, like if you go back to before we had all this mass-produced food,
Okay.
everybody was thinner. You know, if you see videos from fans at baseball games, we were all thinner, you know? And then these processed meats, these chemicals, I don't know what we're doing to ourselves.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you just go to other countries, people are thinner too. So I think, you know, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but it seems to be an American problem.
I think you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe more research for another time to make us all feel bad about ourselves.
Hey, that'll do it for today. Stand by for the post show where we can catch up on some chats and just hang out for a little bit. Abby is coming by this morning before she goes home.
I'll be clarifying something about the Stumpah as well. There was one more concern. I'll be clarifying that.
We do leave you with a thought for the day if you must go. And our thought today comes from Winston Churchill, who once said, if you're going through hell, keep going. All right, don't stop. All right, we'll be right back with the post show.
We back.
So one of the things I do in that little break before the post show is I go on Twitter to see what's trending, see if any, what's been happening in the last hour, what's going on. And we love our Fridays in this country, man, because trending today on Twitter is Happy Friday, Finally Friday, Future Friday, and Today is Friday. Those are 4 different things that all rank for trending today.
Bring on the weekend.
Uh-huh.
All right, so Diane said, back to the Stumpah. Okay, so the Stumpah is 7% of us say we never do this. What is this? Diane said, so they do it, but they admit it's gross. Is that the gist of this? No, I don't think so.
No.
So, this is we got to clarify.
Yes.
7% of people never do this.
And
Implying that they probably think it's okay. The 93% of us do it and will most likely think that the people not doing it are gross.
gotcha.
That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
I don't think they admit that it's gross. I feel like if they admitted that it's gross, they wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it. Right.
That's where we're leaving it. Enjoy your weekend thinking about it. I hope when you put your head on your pillow tonight and tomorrow night and Sunday night, you're thinking, I hate Matt Braley. That's the goal here. That's the goal.
I think what throws people off is the negative word, right? The fact that we're saying 7% never.
Yeah. But we're not going to discuss it anymore. That's the point of the Stumpah, right? To confuse the crap out of everybody, right? Is that not the point? Is that not the point?
And if we discuss it too much, then
Pete will end up giving the answer.
yeah.
So that's how this works.
without even trying.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing? What are we looking forward to this weekend? What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what would it is going to warm up a little bit. It has been cold. It has been chilly, I guess I should say, here in the Northeast. It did snow 2 nights ago, not only in Vermont, but Abby said she drove through snow at Franconia Notch.
I was going to say, be careful. It did not snow here. Don't wish that upon us, Peter.
But Lori, one of our viewers who lives in Maine, she snapped a photo of the snow-capped mountains. And she says, my backyard. Disgusting.
# spring.
And I guess, what is it, the Cog Railway? Of course, that's Mount Washington. But they had, like, measurable snow. You could see boot prints in the snow. So, and I did ask Abby yesterday because you remember you asked if they've ever had snow in July. She said the latest she remembers is like mid to late May. They actually had some snow. She doesn't think it's ever happened in July, but
that'd be wild. I don't know part of me thinks I would kind of like it just because how weird it is.
Yeah,
as long as it's like right back to spring.
Yeah,
like, I think if it was spring weather and then like one weekend you got a blizzard and then it was back to spring, I'd be like, dope.
And even like around here, like a March snow does not last.
No,
it kind of screws up your commute for one day, but the next day it's melting away.
Yeah, who doesn't want to build a snowman in July?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Now that'd be if we end up getting snow in July, the Earth is probably dead at that point. So let's not wish that upon anyone.
True. Let's not go that way.
Back to the driverless buses.
Yes.
Diane says I should think they'd have their own lane, kind of like getting on a tram at Disney World. It wouldn't be that scary. True.
Okay.
True.
I don't know if they do.
Bring back the trolley system. Let's have trolleys everywhere, but they're driverless.
We used to. They used to have them in New Bedford.
Dana says Matt's in the ditch upside down in the driverless bus and says, maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Giggle. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like it's all right. Like I'd sign up for it.
Yeah.
But Dana's right. I'd be in the bottom of the ditch and like, meh. All right, maybe they had a point.
That wasn't such a good idea.
I'm sitting there with a broken arm like, okay, this hurts. You guys win. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One thing I want to do this weekend is I want to at least organize my garden in my head.
Okay.
It's too early to plant outside because from what I've read before, this part of New England can have a frost up until like the middle of May.
You're allowed to like get a piece of paper and maybe like draw it. You don't need to.
I will probably
keep it in your head.
I will probably do.
And
that.
Also, no offense, it's probably not the best idea to keep it in your head because you and I have conversations like 10 times a day. So I can't imagine how many times you'd have to have this conversation with yourself. Like, wait a minute, where did I put the green beans? Yeah. So, I mean, that's just my piece of advice
Yeah.
from living with you and working with you.
I am going to write it
Okay,
down.
good,
I should have been more specific.
Draw
but
yourself a nice diagram, buddy.
Yeah.
Work on those art skills, you know?
I know Trish did buy some seeds. So, and I asked her yesterday, I'm like, where? Because I looked around. I looked in the junk drawer. I looked, a couple of other places. I thought she would put the seeds. But no, she put them somewhere else where I would never look. So I'm like, okay, there they are.
That's Trish for you.
Yes.
My name's not Trish.
It is, though.
When Trish decides to move something or rearrange cabinet space, she never tells anybody.
Nope.
No.
By the way, I don't know if we ever. I think we did. The silverware debacle. I think we told everyone it was resolved.
Yes.
Yes, it was resolved. Trish tried to move all the silverware into like one silverware slot.
Which
It was a mess.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
it was a mess.
I could have
Don't defend
adjusted
her.
Well,
No, it was a mess. They were going to Virginia. I was fully prepared to rearrange the kitchen back to the normal ways.
Right.
Trish did it herself.
she did it. Yeah, she
Yes.
put it back just for us. Isn't
Yeah.
that great?
I mean, just for like humankind, I feel like she did it. That's just if we get to the point where we don't separate our silverware, what's left to do in this world?
Society's gone to hell.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty much.
I'm glad she figured that one out on herself.
Pretty
It was
much.
probably mainly due to the peer pressure from the two of us, but I like to think that she also realized that it was a bad idea. Justin says on the back of the hamburger wrappers in the wall, there's actually a secret treasure map. That's a good point. Why was it wrapped in a rag? There was a purpose to that.
Yeah.
You don't throw away trash like that.
That guy was hiding it.
Yeah,
He was planning
for
this.
a certain reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why would you hide fast food wrappers if you're not the one that gets them? You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Kat's calling me. Does she not know that there's a post show going on?
We are on the show
The
right
disrespect.
now. Yes.
What else are we going on?
Are we doing our a new Friday night thing tonight?
Oh, I was like,
He's like,
do I have something tonight? I was fully prepared to not do anything tonight.
he started this last week. We do takeout on Fridays. So last Friday we got burritos. He's pushing for burritos again tonight.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah. So, but then he said, "Hey, should we start a thing where Fridays takeout and takeout in a movie?"
I try to do nice things, and then you guys like blow it up, and they're like, "Matt is the sweetest little baby boy. He wants to watch a movie with his parents, and this is why I don't do these things." I just try to do little nice things, and then you go telling everybody. I'm losing all my credibility as the local asshole. You know what I'm saying? Here?
Forget-
I'm supposed to be the one that tells everyone not to eat potato salad.
Forget everything I said.
Now he's like, Matt's actually a good guy. What are you doing here?
So we're starting the Pirates of the Caribbean series again. Last week we saw. Is this because Johnny's in the news so much?
It reminded me of the movies, and I kind of forgot how they all went. And I
Okay.
haven't seen some of them. So I was like, why not? Mm-hmm. I'm also, like, I've been watching Star Wars. I watched Harry Potter a little while ago.
Oh, cool.
So it's like I'm just in the realm of these, what do you call it? Like series of movies. So I was like, why not? Why don't we add this one to the mix?
He did get frustrated last Friday because you're not used to watching TV with mom and dad, and it's especially Trish because they call her.
Yeah.
So we're watching the movie. We had to pause it because Sarah called. Then we had to pause it because Kat called. Then we had to pause it because Liam wanted to tell Grammy something.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to take all freaking night to watch this movie.
But the thing that annoys me is I was like, hey, we're trying to watch a movie. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they continue their conversation. And then but the second that they need to do something, Sarah's like, okay, I got to go. We're busy cooking dinner or something like that. And I'm like, you inconvenience us. But once the second we start to inconvenience you. Hypocritical. The rough teams, Miami Dolphins specifically. Justin
Right.
says, it's all right, Pete. I'm in Miami now. I'll have them fix it up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, and I can go to him for merch, right?
What do you mean merch?
Well, could you go to the pro shop and pick this up for me?
Peter.
Everything's online nowadays.
Yes, you can order anything you want, and you have that ability. You're
Yeah.
the one that pulls back from it. You're like, I can't do it.
Got it.
$13 for
Should I spend $13?
this.
I don't know.
This beautiful jersey is on sale for $5.95. I don't know if I can spend that money right now.
That's not going to happen.
No, that never happens. But still. Diane says, if rooting for a bad team is bad for your health, then that means you have more invested in that team than they have in you. You have to reprioritize things in your life.
Yeah. But we're sports fans. We don't think that way.
But sometimes life sucks, and sports is what you want to focus on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's like world wars going on.
Sports is an escape.
Somehow, like racism still exists, which is blows my mind to this point. Like,
I
can
agree.
we even, like, how, you know?
I agree.
But, and, you know, so at least we got sports, I guess. So that's my motto. Kind of sad. Anyways, look at our helmets. I love my helmet. I'm almost a little sad because it's blocked slightly by my head. I'm gonna do the show.
Yeah, we have to move it.
Just gonna do the show like this.
You're still slightly there. Yeah. I gotta bring mine down. I can't grab it quickly like you can.
Why do you need to grab it? It's a decoration.
I know, but I want to point out exactly how yellowed it is.
Oh yeah, that thing's pretty old.
Is it the old logo too? Yes, the old logo.
Oh yeah. What do you think? It's a helmet from like the 60s.
And by the way, that's not a throwback. That was the helmet when I bought it.
Yeah, that's not. I'm serious. You probably bought that in the 70s, maybe, maybe 80s.
Yeah, maybe 80s. You're right. But
the thing is yellow.
Yeah.
I wonder what was it that shade when you bought it? You think?
I don't think so.
Or do you think it was white?
It's supposed to be a white helmet.
Yikes. We probably should have put it in a bag or something up there. All right, last thing.
Anyway.
Kat says, bro, I'm watching the post show. I had a feel good Friday. Oh, well, you didn't tell me that. All right,
all right, we're going to call you back. Oh, I know what okay.
I know as well.
I won't say it.
I have the phone ready. I didn't want to answer the call, and she's like, Matt, did you pick up my ointment? No, I don't know. That's never a conversation.
I thought, well, you're going over there later today. I thought maybe she was changing plans.
Well, that's what it normally is. We normally call to talk about plans. So I didn't, excuse me, Kat, but I didn't want the world knowing my plans on a Friday. You know? I try and keep some of my life private. All right, let's call her.
So let's get a Feel Good Friday from Kat, which I have a feeling I know what it is.
Hello.
Hello, Catherine. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show.
You are live on the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Well, this is awkward.
Hello.
Hello. See, this is why we don't do things on a whim.
I know.
She hung up on me.
That's why we don't go live with some of these
prepped
things.
Everything. I wasn't prepared for this.
I know.
My mics are on. I'm doing everything the normal way. I'm going to blame her. Let's try this again.
Try one more time.
Hello.
Can you hear us now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
We heard you fine, but all right.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you guys at all.
I'm going to blame you.
So I just hung up.
Okay.
So what is your? I have an idea, but what is your Friday? Feel Good Friday.
Well, actually, I have two.
Oh.
So the first one is Josh and I adopted a rescue.
Yay!
That has been returned to the shelter once already. Well, we're gonna ignore that, and we're giving her a loving home.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
She's currently crying, but that's
Aw.
okay.
The puppy's crying.
Kenzie.
And then second, my unified track team had their first meet yesterday, and seeing the video of all of them like competing is just like, it just brought such joy to my heart that they get to compete in a sport and they have so much fun with it.
Aww.
Disregard him. That's a great
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
And all of the volunteers are students too of the schools
Oh, nice.
that help out. So all of the kids at like the end of the meet that are like keeping time, they're all volunteers.
Cool.
I like
so it's
it.
really cool.
I'm sorry, though. It's limit one per customer on the Feel Good Fridays.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I think
So-
Feel Good Fridays can have multiple stories.
You do have to pay extra for that. But then, don't worry. You'll be billed by our billing department.
I have to pay extra for a Feel Good Friday?
You think a shout out is free on this show? Airtime costs money, sweetheart. Don't worry,
God.
Trish. You'll be billed by Trish. She's also the billing department.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. But
Thank
thank you for
you.
your Feel Good Fridays and tell Kenzie
Yeah,
I
way
said,
to
hey.
ignore my call.
I didn't think it was a Feel Good Friday. I'm sorry.
Whatever, Matt.
I'm
You
hot
just
at
don't
work
love
over
your-
here.
You don't love your furnace. Whatever.
Oh, my goodness. I'll be meeting my fur niece very soon.
I have not met her yet, so that'll be fun.
Yes. All right. Bye, Kat.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. We good?
Yes, I
All
think
right.
so. Well, real quick, hold on. I want to get to the... See, what always happens is I go back to read old chats, and then never read new chats that happen during the post show.
Gotcha.
Dana says drinking heavily this weekend. Okay, just be careful. Just be careful.
Just be careful. Stay home.
Dana says the liver is evil and is going to be punished. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my, how much alcohol is about to be
What
consumed?
the hell happened this week?
Yeah, are you okay, Dana? Do you need somebody to talk to? Because you can talk to our therapy department. That would be Trish. She's very busy, but I think she could squeeze you in with all the other responsibilities she has. Let's see. Diane says, touring with my parents on what they've named their final tour. Today it's going down the Cape and eating at the Daniel Webster Inn.
Oh, I
Ooh.
love that place.
I've never been.
We never took you there?
You don't love me.
Evidently.
So yeah, maybe we could do that at some point. Papa. Dana says, good rule of thumb, Pete, don't plant until the week of Memorial Day.
Yes, I have heard it's around Memorial Day, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's see. Diane says, Pete, you need one of those greenhouses from Job Lot that allows you to start your seeds. Then you plant them in June.
Oh.
Okay. Take notes.
Okay.
Take notes.
There was one year where I started the veggies in the house. And remember that? I had them
Yes.
all on an old toy box.
But
that
I think
built.
we've reached maximum capacity for indoor planting. I can't take any more.
Or indoor plants.
I try to make my
Yeah.
coffee. In the morning, there's a mint plant that hangs over where I put the coffee. It drives me crazy, the amount of plants in this house. We have to yell at Charlie constantly because he wants to eat the plants.
Yeah.
Or I get to the point where I'm like, okay, but you have a jungle in here. He probably thinks he's outside where it's okay to do this stuff.
I've also caught him. You know how she has
Water dishes.
Yeah, she has water dishes under the pot.
Yeah.
I've also caught him licking the water out of there.
Yes.
I'm like, is it the minerals or
I don't
something
know,
he's craving?
But we're
or-
like, hey, does he not have water? And we go out and he has a full bowl.
Full
I'm like,
bowl.
okay, apparently that flavor is better, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know what it is, but
It's the avocado tree. He drinks the water that's around. Yeah.
don't even get me started on the trees. We've already been over that.
Crazy.
I don't know if I can take any more discussion about plants. That's where we got to end it.
All right. Thank you so much for being here today and for being here just about every day. We do appreciate it. And have a great weekend. And remember, as we always say, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.